You're now watching the Good, Bad, and Ugly podcast featuring Kevin Bunk, John Downs, and Reese Jantz. All right, GBU Pod, Week 14 Lock It In show. I'm here with JD and Reese. How you guys doing?
Good, how we doing?
Oh, we're always good, KB, especially with a fresh slate of games to be picking.
Yeah, I'm excited for this week. Little bit of a better slate than last week. Still not great, though. But football's football. We're going to talk about the games a lot more in-depth on Saturday's show, After Hours. Make sure you watch that. It's a very enjoyable one. And that'll be the second episode this weekend. And we're very excited. We're going to just run through these ones quick. So a different format, but excited for After Hours. Make sure to watch that for actual analysis. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram. You'll see clips of it there as well. So we'll start by letting you guys recap your great weeks last week.
Yeah, I went 5-1 last Sunday, 7-1 if you include Monday, because I had the Pats and a prop bet that hit. So a pretty perfect Sunday to Monday. I picked the Niners, which was the only leg that lost. It was their money line pick against the Seahawks, which is unfortunate. That's how the perfect week could have been, how it ended. But I still, they were the one leg I left out of my parlay. So the parlay I posted on our Instagram story was still won me a lot of money, and I had a near perfect stress-free Sunday.
Yeah, so I was riding with John in the beginning. I went 3-1 and 1 o'clock. So
1 o'clock window.
I was excited. I was excited. I was happy, and then which KB my under 50.5 in Tampa Atlanta hit, which was a miracle. But I had Van Jefferson in the 4 o'clock windows. I had Van Jefferson over 51. He had 42. I had the football team minus 2.5. They won by 2. And I had one more bet. The Niners minus 3, which just collapsed. So could have been a much better week, but I went even, and I went 8-4 in the pick'em. So
the only thing left,
Reese,
is to get back on the horse this week. Fresh slate.
I'm excited.
Tonight.
Let's go.
I will no longer be making bets. I'm just going to be delegating the time on this show, controlling the time. I'll leave it to these two. They're much better than I am. And I'm just totally bringing down the morale and the feel of GBU Lock It In.
I've been stinking.
So hopefully this week, though, everyone gets, we repeat like JD's week last week. But let's get started tonight, Thursday Night Football. The Steelers are in Minnesota to play the 5-7 Vikings. Steelers are 6-5-1. The Vikings are a 3-point favorite, and the over-under is set at 44 points.
We're going to keep these quick. We're just going to give our picks, keep it rolling through the slate. I do have 2 picks in this game. I'm going to take the Steelers plus 3. I feel like the Vikings plus money, or it's getting the Steelers plus money after what they did to the Ravens last week and what the Vikings did. You could say the Vikings can bounce back. I'll take the Steelers at plus 3. And then I'll take Najee Harris over 73.5 rushing yards. I think Reese is on that too, so we'll both be on the same prop bet. That one's just too good at minus 120 odds. Just too good to be true. The Vikings have the 31st ranked defense in the rush defense in the NFL. I think this is the game Najee really just breaks out. Maybe he'll break off a big one, show himself in the NFL.
Yeah, I was trying to hide my Steelers plus 3 from you, JD, so we didn't have the same exact picks on Thursday, but that's exactly what I got. I'm riding with you, and you're hot, so I'll take it.
All right, good picks. There we go for Thursday night. Now we move to 1 o'clock on Sunday. The Saints are in the Meadowlands to play the 3-9 Jets. Saints sit at 5-7 right now, trying to get into a wild card spot. Saints are a 5.5-point favorite. The over/under is currently set at 43 points.
I hate this game. I wanted to take the Saints at first, honestly, but I'm going to stay away. If I did lean anything, it would be under 43.
Yeah, I'll take the Saints minus the 5.5. Saints defense will overmatch them. Their offense will put up enough points against the bad Jets D. Saints need to win to stay alive. Feels like a game they'll win by at least a touchdown.
All right, AFC North matchup now, much better than the previous matchup. And the Ravens are in Cleveland to play the Browns. Cleveland is a 2.5-point favorite, and the over/under is set at 43 points.
This game's a good one, KB. I'm not going to pick it. I'll pass. I don't know what's going on with these teams. They're the Browns, especially, very, very inconsistent. Ravens coming off that loss. I'll just watch this one and enjoy it. I'm not going to pick it.
Yeah, so this week, this is my game of the week for me personally.
Really?
I think this is a huge game. I think both offenses are going to show up. When Lamar gets pissed off, he performs. So I'm expecting a good performance from the Ravens and the Ravens offense specifically. And I'm going to take the Ravens plus 2.5 and the over 42.
Game of the week.
I think it's going to be a blockbuster game. They always have one.
Yeah, this is the best in the 1 o'clock window for sure.
Yeah.
Then we move to the worst, possibly, of the 1 o'clock window. The last place Jaguars play the first place Titans in the AFC South. Tennessee's an 8.5-point favorite at home, and the over-under set at 43.5.
Yeah, if I were to take anything, I'd take the Jags +9. I had it at first, but I yanked it. Don't feel good about anything in this game. Weird number, weird teams. Stay away.
Yeah, gross game, gross line. The Titans will probably bounce back. They'll probably win, but let's move on. This game blows.
Yep.
Yes, we move on to a much better game, one that's been a competitive matchup over the last few years. The Raiders are hosted by the Chiefs. Chiefs are in first place in the AFC West, and the Raiders are trying to get into one of those last AFC wildcard spots. The Chiefs are a 9.5-point favorite, and the over-under is set at 48 points.
10's absurd for this game. Leaned Raiders, but I can't bet them. I don't trust them. Chiefs are playing well, so there's definitely a part of me that can see the Chiefs winning, but I'd lean Raiders, but I just am not putting my faith in them.
Yeah, no, this game is just really strange for me. I do like, if I were to do anything, I'd probably go the over 47. I feel like these teams get into a shootout a lot, but stay away.
All right, maybe the matchup I'm most excited for
this is a good one.
is the Cowboys at Washington. Two NFC East teams. The Cowboys are in first. Washington currently sits in second, trying to get deeper into the playoffs and maybe chase the division lead towards the end of the season here. Dallas, a 4.5-point favorite on the road, and the over-under is set at 48 points.
All right, yeah, so I was all over the Cowboys this week. I was all over them, super confident. And then Mike McCarthy goes out and says that they're going to win straight up. I mean, legit, that flipped my pick. I think Ron Rivera has a really good hold on that locker room, and they're going to explode now on Sunday. And especially at home, fans are going to be pissed off. They're going to hate that. That was an absolute mistake by McCarthy. Give me Washington and the points.
You're going to take Washington?
Yeah.
Really? After all the Cowboys, I feel like you just pass on this one, but I've been telling you all week, Washington +4. Washington +4 at home. They were my good this week, so I'm going to ride high with them this weekend. They're probably my favorite pick of the weekend. I've been preaching it all week, and then I literally have right down here. I was going to say McCarthy sealed this game today. Once he said that, I was like, here we go now.
What are we doing?
What
are we doing here?
+4.5. Let's do it.
It's a joke.
And Mike McCarthy commits the cardinal sin, and Washington looks to improve their win streak. Then we go to an absolute dud in Carolina. The Falcons are hosted by the Panthers. Both teams are 5-7 in the irrelevant NFC South. And Carolina is a 2.5-point favorite, and the over-under is set at 42 points.
No thanks. These teams blow. I don't know. I really don't know with these two teams. The over-under total's low. I guess maybe I'd lean a bit over, but I'm just not going to take anything on this one.
Yeah, JD, on the opposite. I have the Falcons in the under this one. In their last 16 matchups, the under is 13-3, and the Falcons are 4-1 ATS against Carolina in their last 5.
Hey,
so I'm going to take a bit of a shot here.
I didn't research that. It was just a gut feeling, but if you're riding with the under, I'm riding with the under.
Yeah, and the last 21 meetings in Carolina, the under's 15-4-2. So I like the under this game for sure, and I'm going to take the Falcons. I think they're just the better offense.
Yeah, I love that under pick, Reese. Next game, we move to the final of the 1 o'clock window. Seattle is at Houston. Seattle's an 8.5-point favorite on the road, and the over-under is set at 41 points.
Just a gross game. Stay away. I don't even want to talk about it. Seattle looks like they'll win this one by a lot. Though.
I do have a pick on this one. I'm going to take the under 41. I said last week it was the Colts. I said they were going to play the Texans. They probably wouldn't have a hard time beating him, but the Texans wouldn't score enough points for the over to even be possible. They didn't score any points. The Colts shut them out. These two teams are under machines this year, both terrible offenses. We don't even know who's starting for the Texans. I think it might be Davis Mills. So feed me the under. It's a low total, but I don't see this game going over that.
Then we move to the first of the 2 4:05 games. The Lions are in Denver to play the Broncos. Lions picked up their first win last week, so they're 1-10-1 on the year. Broncos 6-6, trying to get a wild card spot. Denver is a 10-point favorite. Over/unders at 42.
Look, we here at the GBU Pod love Motor City Dan Campbell, but we don't love him that much. We do not love him that much to bet the Lions, trust the Lions with our money. 10's a lot. I would never think about taking the Broncos in this game. If I was leaning away, obviously it'd be the Lions. They do cover a chunk of their games. Like, they're a good cover team, but they're still a one-win football team. I'm not putting my faith in them.
Yeah, I'm not putting anything on this game.
One's
no
ugly.
chance. Yeah, it's a rough one.
All right, the second of the 4:05 games is the possible Jake Fromm debut. Up in the air whether him or Mike Glennon will be the starter for the Giants. But the 4-8 Giants head to SoFi to play the 7-5 Chargers, who currently reside in an AFC wildcard spot. Chargers are a 10-point favorite, despite their recent COVID outbreak, and the over/under is set at 43 points.
Yeah, so I'm gonna follow in the GBU strat here. Chargers had a great game last week. They will not play that well this week. I bought a 1.5. I'm going to take the G-Men at plus 11.5 at minus 120. I think they cover pretty soundly with their defense here. I think that's the story of the game. I'll take the G-Men plus 11.5.
I didn't pick this game yet because I don't know who the Giants quarterback is going to be. But I'll probably just, honestly, for shits and giggles, I'll put a money line bet on the Giants on Sunday because I hate the Chargers. Fuck the Chargers.
Yeah, fuck Andre.
All right, 49ers at Bengals to get the 4:25 games kicked off. This should be a good one. Two teams looking to get into a wild card spot. San Fran is a 1.5-point favorite. The over/under is 48.5.
Yeah, it's a good one. I'm intrigued to watch this one, especially in the 4 o'clock windows. Two good ones I definitely want to watch, and that's this one and the next one we're going to talk about. I leaned 49ers at the beginning of the week when he was even money. Now they're favorites. I don't really like him as favorites on the road, especially without Debo. So I'm just gonna pass on this one.
Yeah. Once again, the GBU strat. Bengals had a great week last week, or Bengals had a shit week last week. Now they're gonna win.
Not a bad idea.
I'll take them at money line plus 115. San Francisco's doubtful with Elijah Mitchell and Debo. San Francisco's also 1-5 this season on turf, so I'm going to take the Bengals money line.
We'll never forget the San Fran turf issue in MetLife last year when every player on the defense blew out their knee.
Hey, they don't
All
want
right, we move to the 4:25 game of the week on Fox. Bills are in Raymond James Stadium to play the 9-3 Buccaneers. Both teams needing a win to try to stay in the spots they want to stay in their conference. And Tampa Bay is minus 3.5 favorite. And the over/under is the highest of the week at 53.5.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. This game is incredible, by the way. It's going to be probably the best game of the day. I said the Ravens, but it's going to be one of the best. I'm going to take the Bills at plus 3.5 in this game. I think they're going to get overlooked a little bit, and they need to win this game. It's must win. So I'm going to take the Bills plus 3.5, and I'm going to take the over too.
I'm shocked because we don't talk about our picks with each other before the show starts. So
I told you.
I have Bills plus 3.5, and this is I didn't think about it. I didn't think about it beforehand, but Reese kind of just summed it up perfectly. This is the GBU strat game. Bills were terrible last week. They're playing the Bucs this week, which is no easy task. But I think the Bills have to show on the 4:30 window on Fox that they're a team that can really compete for the Super Bowl. And I think this one's close. Buffalo, if you're going to lose, just make it by 3. Make it by 3.
And I do want to say the Bills are going from playing in an absolute hurricane to playing indoors. So I think it's going to be a bit of a
Florida.
They got it built up. They got Florida, yeah. So they got that excitement built up. They're like, let's go show out now because Josh Allen can't.
It is better conditions for sure.
Well, we'll see how they fare also with the temperature change. A lot of times those Northeast teams do struggle in Florida at this time of the year because of the change from the cold to the hot humidity. But overall, this is going to be a great game. Then we go to the worst Sunday Night Football game to ever be scheduled. The Bears are in Lambeau Field to get massacred by the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay is a 12.5-point favorite, and the over/under is 43 right now.
Unfortunately, for the rest of the NFL, this is a game that will always be on Sunday night and will never move from Sunday night just because of how many viewers it draws between the Bears and Packers. I mean, this to me, 12.5 is a lot for an NFL game, but how do the Packers not win this by 40? Off a bye, they're getting healthy. Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears. He said it to them. He said it to their face. He said it to the fans of the city of Chicago. He's going to own them on Sunday night. They're going to win by a lot. But if they just win this game, I mean, as a Packers fan, I'd be fine too. I'll give me the Packers minus at 12.5.
Yeah, 12.5 is too big for me, but I think the the Packers are going to put up a 40 spot on their own, so I'll take the over.
Yes.
All right, then we move to Monday Night Football, where we have a very good one this week. The Rams are in Arizona, 8-4 Rams in second in the NFC West. The Cardinals are in first in the NFC West, and also the one seed in the NFC right now. Arizona's a 2.5-point favorite at home. The over/under is 51.5. That's the second highest of the day. And if you remember this matchup earlier in the season, it was pretty one-sided. So what do you guys got?
I love the Cardinals. I've been on them all season, but this is just a weird game for me. I could see the Rams breaking out. I could see the Cards running away with everything, so I'm just going to stay away.
Yeah, I don't have one yet for this game because we'll drop the graphic on Monday. So either way, I'll probably make a pick. I'm gonna lean Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are just like last week. They came off their bye and they just didn't miss a beat. Kyler and D-Hop came back. They were good. They rolled the Bears, and the Rams have been terrible. I don't care what they did versus Jacksonville. I probably lean Cardinals, but there is a part of me who wants to just take the Rams and root for them because I want to root against Arizona because I'm chasing them for the 1 seed, the Packers. So I don't know yet. I'll definitely have a pick on this game, though.
All right, so that wraps it up for the game picks. I don't know if you guys want to. I'll give you a chance to make closing statements and run down all of your picks for the week if you'd like that.
Yeah, I could do that. JD, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. So tonight, I'll just bracket it off in its own thing. Tonight, I'm going to take the Steelers +3 and Najee Harris over 73.5 rushing yards. Those feel like Najee Harris feels like a lock tonight. Ride with us tonight's game. It's gonna. I mean, I'm interested. It's not the two best teams, but I'm interested to watch. It's gonna be a good one, I think. And then moving to Sunday, I have the Saints -5.5 over the Jets. The football team +4.5 at home against the Cowboys. The under 41 in the Seahawks at Texans. The Bills +3.5 against the Bucks, and the Packers -12.5 at home in Lambeau on Sunday Night Football against the Bears.
Yeah, so good picks, JD. I got quite a couple here. So I got the Steelers +3 over 73.5 rushing yards, like JD said. I have the over 42 and the Ravens. I have Bengals money line, G-Men +11.5, Bills +3.5 and the over, and the Falcons -2.5 and the under.
All right, so that just about does it for this week, Week 14. We'll be talking more about it. We're filming tomorrow, so we'll be talking more about it Saturday, though. The video will be up. That's GBU After Hours, where we go in-depth. We're going to talk about the Jets, the Giants, college football, and every game we love from Sunday's slate. And we'll also review tonight's game while we're on that as well. So any more statements from you guys, or is that going to be it for today?
No, but I recommend tuning into that Saturday show. It's going to be a good one this week.
Yeah, we'll get to do a deep dive on some of the good games this week, like Bills-Bucks, so it should be a good one.
Yep.
Yeah, and make sure to check out the Instagram because throughout the week, every week, we're going to be putting in a topic. You can vote for topics. You can recommend topics or ask questions that you want us to answer on the show on Saturdays. Or eventually, we're working towards a caller system, just trying to figure out the logistics and the technology for that.
Also, KB, I just want to say one more thing in regards to like the same topic as this show. On Saturday, I may have another pick or two that I'll give out. Like I may have one that I feel better about closer to the game, and we may even pick some of the college playoff games when it gets to the time on the Saturday show. So it'll be a good one.
It's going to be a really good show.
We'll be able to talk about a lot more of what we try to talk about all the time about what the Jets and Giants offseason looks like, and just what the NFL offseason looks like in general. Talk about the MLB lockout. Everything we want to talk about. There's no barriers, no rules, no rubric for our topics. So very excited for that. Hope you tune in. Make sure to subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. We're putting up polls on TikTok now that are helping us to engage with our viewers a lot more.
Go vote on them.
And that's all I got for today.
Fellas.
Yep. Good episode, boys.
See you
Saturday. Thanks for watching. Hopefully another good weekend of picks for us.
Yes. Let's do it.